You're live. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm just gonna go straight over here so that we can just see everything, you know? Let me close up this closet.
What?
Good morning. Hey, Sharon. What's up, Sharon? Hope you're doing well today. Hey, Helly. Do you like this? We have literally a camera on all people right now. We got a camera for Kamar, a camera for TL, and a camera for Pi. I feel so lucky. We have everybody. I know, right? Isn't that fun, Sharon? Kamar, is there kind of music playlist you want to listen to? I'm keeping it kind of low so that YouTube doesn't mess with me. I know, Helly, right? Super snazzy. Last minute, I was like, oh, I'm just going to pop a little camera view in the Kona. Hi, Janike. Hi. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Welcome. So we still have a couple of minutes before we get started, and I'm really excited. Last week we did our rocket level 1. Level 1, those is a couple of words. We're doing a lot of heavy lifting because it is a very advanced practice overall. So don't be afraid that this is level 2 today. We're essentially taking the very exact same thing we did last week, adding on a couple of things and giving some more options for you to play with. So if you got through last week, even just a bit of it, you're going to be okay today. And while our focus was more forward folds and hip openers last week, today we're going to work more on twists and back bends. So this is going to be a very spinal friendly class. It's so weird. I wonder why I can't see the chat here. Okay, there it is. I guess I just have to pop it out. Hi, Stephanie Sakura. Babe, Stephanie says, hi, love. Hi, Kamar. Yay. Let's see. We also have Jessica Cruz. Hi, Jessica. Welcome. I'm actually going to take this little chat and bring it over here. That way I can actually tap into it. Oh, and also don't forget, Pi is here. She's just right back here with the power paw going on. Hello, Lacey. Hi, Samantha. Yay! It makes me so happy when you guys say hello in the chat. One thing that also makes me so happy, I know we did it last week, everybody was kind of mentioning where they're tuning in from. Yay! I know, it's like, hi, I'm Samantha, but in our Discord channel, I'm Velvet. Velvet tuning in. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. Same to you. We miss you lots. So I'm going to kind of go with this way of teaching where I'm going to kind of stay in the corner so that Kamar has plenty of space to play with. Because that man's got a wingspan, so we got to give him his space. Yeah, so if you're tuning in from somewhere, I just love it because we are a global community. It's so great to hear where everybody's from. And then we'll get our asses started. We'll get started. Trying to keep that volume low. I'm so afraid that YouTube will come for my ass. Let's see, what's a fun playlist I have? What should we listen to? What about me and Kamar's yoga collab playlist? That's a fun one. Sharon is here from Beirut. Lauren's here from San Jose. What's up, Bay Area? Fresno, the California edition. Okay, Fresno, come through. Yes. Duluth. Hey, Lake Superior. That's why you get that cold weather. You get that northern lake time. All right, I'm going to share our playlist too. Small town, South Carolina. Hello. Hey, South Carolina.
That's close to us now.
Yeah, exactly. We gotta head up there, get some.
It's Charleston.
Mm-hmm. Go and see some trees. All right. Yeah, you're like, I'm in Redondo Beach right now, but catch me in France in a couple of weeks, Miss Stephanie. Heading to Cannes Film Festival, my goodness.
Cute.
I know, right? So jelly. All right, well, if you kiddos are ready to go, I feel ready to go too. So I'm just starting from the top of that playlist. If you want, you can, of course, move to whatever you want to move to. But I would love for us to get started on all fours. So let's go to all fours. Tabletop position. Again, same way we started last week. Wonderful. And we're going to do a really nice wrist warm-up because I think that's going to be really important for us today. So I want you to look down at your hands. I want you to spread them out nice and wide. And we're going to do what's called finger snaps. So I want you to literally grab for your left pinky finger with your right hand. Lift it up the ground and then let it snap back. Do that for all of your little fingies. Nice. Kamar's got the good snaps back there. And then, of course, when you do a few of those on your left hand, let's do the same thing over onto your right hand. So just replace, switch. Nice. I learned this one when I was doing aerial, and it always felt really good and nice and stretchy for my hands. Nice, 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 nice. All right. And then I want you to, re-adhere your hands back onto the ground, peel up the heels of your hands, and then roll side to side across those front knuckles, or at least the knuckles that are closest to the palms of your hands. And you can do this one hand at a time, or you can do both at the same time. It's really nice. Gets into all of the muscles on the bottoms of your hands, which you're going to need to grip the ground. All right. And then we'll get your paws back on the ground, and let's do our planche forward and back. So lean forwards and backwards. just increasing the flexion in your wrist as much as you can. Last week we introduced actually doing this in a circle. So if you want to, the next time you lean forward, you can start to take your body over to the left, back around to the right. Nice. And then we're going to flip your hands like pancakes. I want you to be able to see the bottoms of your hands here. You can, again, do one at a time if this is too intense for the tops of your forearms. Or you can do both. Sometimes I walk my knees a little bit closer to my hands in order to do both so that I can decide how much of my body weight I want on my wrists. All right. Let's take your palms back down onto the ground. Tuck your toes, and let's lift our hips up and back into a downward facing dog. Good. Downward facing dog.
Sorry.
No, you're good, love. I'm like, if you want to hang out in a plank, that's fine. Now do all the pedaling that you need here. Lifting up one heel, lifting up the other, moving your hips side to side, shaking out your head no, giving it a little soft shake, yes, yes. And then let's settle into stillness. I want you to take 5 breaths here in your downward facing dog. Now, we've been doing this all week where we're trying to make those fine-tuned movements in our body to find shapes. So here, think about drawing your ribs in, pushing away from the ground without having your shoulders hike up into your ears. Imagine like you could point your butt bones up towards the sun, but you can bend your knees a little bit to make that a little bit easier for you. Maybe you even micro bend those knees and re-extend them with this last breath. Nice job. Inhale, lift up your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step both of your feet to the front, standing forward fold. Hands can wrap around your elbows, around the back of your neck. And we're going to spend one more breath here before we roll ourselves all the way up to standing. Nice. Now let's release your hands, roll yourself all the way up. Take your shoulders up and down a few times, up into the ears, down your back, up into the ears, down your back. And then we're going to settle into our mountain pose. Arms by your side body. I want you to rotate your palms towards the front of your space. Feet can stay hip width distance, or you can step your feet together. Now we're going to create what's called Mahabandha, 3 locks. I want you to draw your pelvic floor in and up. Guide your navel a little bit closer towards your spine, and then elongate the back of your neck so you feel like your throat locks up a little bit here. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Nice, let's move. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Let's take it down to your mat, hinging from your hip line. Gorgeous. Halfway lift, lengthen out through your spinal column. And then fold and plant your hands, step back to high plank. Let's go through a chaturanga. Guide your body weight forwards, bend your elbows to 90. Upward facing dog, reach your heart forward, draw the shoulder blades together. I know we're a little tight, not ready for that yet, but let's go back into down dog. Settle in there for 5 breaths. Yeah, let everything pour out of the crown of your head. Anything that feels like it's limiting you, bothering you. And then we're going to use our final breath to travel to the front of our space. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Great, rise all the way up to standing, reaching your arms up. And then we're going into Samastitihi. Hands can be at side body or at heart center. Inhale, reach the arms back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Good. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Feel free to take your jump backs here if you want. If you're jumping back, landing with bent elbows, please. Urdhva Mukha. Adho Mukha, downward facing. Again, a 5-breath reset. Close this door up. And again, your fifth and final breath here is going to be the breath that moves you to the front. So again, it's your inhale, heels high, your exhale, knees bend. Inhale to the top into your halfway lift. I know that sounds like a crazy transition. Exhale, fold. Great. Inhale, rise up to standing, breath in. Exhale, samastitihi. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Halfway lift. Good. Fold, plant your hands, step back, hop back, high to mid. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5-breath reset once more. Every time we get back into these down dogs, think of it like an intention reset. Asking yourself to get a little more present, a little more grounded in your body. Yeah. Your fifth and final breath, once more, is going to enable you to travel to the front. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now we're going into Utkatasana chair pose. Bend into your knees, sit back. Arms are going to reach towards upper hand corner. Good. Draw the weight back into your heels, maybe so much that your toes flare a little bit up off the ground, and I want you to think about lifting the belly up and off of your thighs. Nice. Hands are going to come to heart center. Remember this last week? We did our half chair. Interlace your fingers, invert the palms, and push them forwards. Now try to bring your spinal column parallel to your mat. So you want to really get low here. I know this one really sucks. You're there for 3. Great. You're there for 2. And 1 forward fold. Hands plant. You can hop back. You can step back, moving through your chaturanga. Upward. Nice. Downward facing dog. Now let's bring your right knee in towards your chest, and I want you to step your right foot between your hands. Good. We're going to go down into a low lunge with our left knee grounded. So once you lower the left knee, stack your shoulders above your hips, reach your arms up overhead. We're in our Anjaneyasana. Feel the chest lift a little bit. Inhale, breath. Great. Exhale, half split. Hands come down to the ground. Lengthen out through your right leg. And then think about dorsiflexing your foot. So try to bring the toes closer to your face. Excellent. Rebend into your front knee. Nice. Back into your Anjaneyasana. And then plant your hands to the ground, tuck back toes, lift back knee. And I want you to step your left foot forward next to the right. Nice. Halfway lift, lengthen out. Plant your hands, move through Chaturanga Dandasana, high to mid. Urdhva Mukha, Adho Mukha, downward facing. Great job. Let's do the other side. Step your left foot between your hands. Right knee lowers. Stack your shoulders above your hips, arms up overhead, Anjaneyasana. Again, feel the chest lift, everything elevate. We're just doing this work to open up the hip flexors, activate the back. Breath in. Exhale, half split. Hands come down to the ground, lengthen out through the left leg, draw the toes towards your face. Now, I didn't mention props at the beginning of class, but know you can always use blocks to give your arms a little more length here. Dorsiflex the foot, drawing toes towards your face. Nice job. Let's rebend into our front knee, bringing yourself back into your Anjaney. Lift up. Nice. Hands come down to the ground, tuck back toes, lift back knee, step the foot forward, forward fold. Good. Plant your hands, hop back, step back, high to mid plank. And we're back in down dog. 5 breath reset with an option. You can choose to spend those 5 breaths just as you are, or you can spend those 5 breaths in dolphin pose, forearms lower down to the ground. More opening for the shoulders, more challenge for the hips and the hamstrings. All right, now once you get close to that 5th and final breath, bringing yourself back up into your downward facing dog. Excellent. Heels lift, knees bend. Let's travel back to the front. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana again, chair position. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Let's go into our Ardha Utkatasana half chair. Now you can stay just like this as you did last time, or challenge yourself by lifting up your heels. So you're balancing up onto the big toe ball mounds. Now think about back bend. Push your chest down towards the ground. Feel the hands lift up a little bit more. You're there for 3. There for 2. Nice. Forward fold on 1. Whoo. Halfway lift. How do you want to get back? Do you want to go through crow pose first, Bakasana? Or do you want to just go through your jump backs, your step backs, your hop backs? Meeting us back in downward facing. My friends that are doing your crow pose, I'll give you an extra beat. And then we're going to go through another round. In 5. And let's go for it. This time, let's lift up your right leg. Woo! Knee towards your nose, big step through, low lunge. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, lower back knee, lift up. This time, try to get a little bit of back bend. Lift up through your chest. And with your exhale, take it into your half split. Lengthen out through your right leg. Pull everything back. Great. Let's take it back up into your Anjaney. Forward, forward, forward. Lift, lift, lift. Great job. Hands are going to come down to the ground. Frame up the foot. This time, let's do standing split, lifting up the left leg behind you. Take your breath there. Nice. With your exhale, foot can lower. You can step back, hop back, or you can use this lifted left leg to just hop yourself back through Ekapada Chaturanga, or single-legged high to mid. Nice, Kumar. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left leg lifts. Knee to nose, step through, low lunge. Anjaney, right knee lowers, arms reach up, chest opens. Exhale, half split. Take it back, lengthen through the left leg, toes come to face. Inhale back up into your Anjaney. Exhale, hands come down, back toe tucks, back knee lifts. Go into your standing split here. Great. Now to transition back into our down dog, you can just lower the leg, plant the hand, step back, or if you did that little hop back, ooh, high to mid plank, Ekapada style. Downward facing dog. 5 breath reset once more, which you can use with the forearms down to the ground as well. Dolphin position or down dog. 3 more breaths. And then we're almost out of this sun bee. You guys are doing great. Already a whole last third of the way through class. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, does it? All right, let's head to the top of our mats. Heels high, bend your knees, travel. Halfway, forward fold. Utkatasana, last chair, let's go. Reaching everything up. Great. Hands come towards heart center. Let's go through our very last Ardha Utkatasana half chair. Heels can lift for that little fun test there. Great. I know it's tougher than shit to get yourself parallel to your mat, but we're building strength. We're building awareness. Last 3. Great. Last 2. and forward fold, take it down. Now again, transitions are up to you. If you're wanting to work with your hands a little bit, let's go for Bakasana crow pose. Knees on the back of triceps, no feet can lift, one foot can lift, both feet can lift, working that balance. Nice. And if you're doing your jump backs, land with bent elbows, please. Thank you so much. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. Fantastic. Right leg is going to lift. Knee comes towards your nose, step through low lunge. Left knee lowers, Anjane, stack it up. Try to work your back bend here, lifting up, 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 and back. Nice. Hands to the ground, lengthen out through your right leg. Half split or even a floating half split. So hands don't touch the ground. They just reach behind you and the chest opens. Great. Bring it back up into your Anjaneyasana. Give it a little back bendies. And hands come to the ground. Let's do one more standing split on this side. Tuck toes, lift up. Nice. Now you can spend some time here, again, working some little hops, some little lifts if you want to play with inversion time again. But we are going to move our way back through our high to mid plank. And again, you can use it for your Ekapada Chaturanga. Nice, Kumar. Left leg, let's get it. Lift it up, step it through, low lunge, make space, lower right knee, stack shoulders above hips, reach arms up and overhead. Give it a back bend. Yay, half split is where you're going next. Lengthening out through the left leg, pulling toes to face. You can also do the floating version, reaching the arms behind you. Let's get you back into your Anjaneyasana. My brain farted for a second. And then take the hands down to the ground, tuck back toe, lift back knee, standing split. Again, you can use this as inversions time, taking maybe just a couple hops. You don't even have to hold this. Just that feeling of getting on your hands a bit. You can use that time to transition you back and move through your high to mid. Amazing control, Kumar. Hey, we're back in our down dog. Now, my friends that need a moment, you can take this time to child's pose. Bring it onto your knees for a second. If you've been working on your forearms and doing your dolphin pose, maybe right now is a nice fresh time to get into your forearm stand for a second. You're like,
For all those that are interested in that, yes.
For all of those interested people. One thing that's really great to try if you don't want to get all the way upside down is going onto your forearms and just lifting up one leg like you're in a three-legged down dog. Yeah, you can just do that. It's great. Great way to prep you. You can turn yourself towards a wall if that feels more secure. Hopefully the mic doesn't make a weird sound. I'm just going to bring this other microphone closer. Just in case my little Rode mic dies, I've got this other mic ready to go. All right. Now, once you're done with our little play time, let's head back into our downward facing dog. Let's get it. I know, bleh, barf, I'd rather die than go back to down dog, but here we are. You guys are doing amazing, already halfway through. Right leg is going to lift up. Great, this time let's open your hip, bend into your knee. Ooh, I hear a little snap, crackle, pop off of Kumar there with the Rice Krispies hips. All right, let's bring the right knee in towards your chest, step through to low lunge. We're going into a high crescent. So now your back leg is lifted. You're going to stack shoulders above your hips, reach your arms up overhead. Great. Take a breath in. With your exhale, hands come back down to the ground. Lengthen through your front leg, doing another hamstring stretch, pulling toes to face. Now, really quick, I want you to take your right thumb, place it into your right hip crease and push that bad boy back. Feel what squareness feels like. Oof. Maybe your IT band kind of kicks back at you a little bit. Yeah, love the use of the block. Last breath here. And then we're going to take ourselves back into our high crescent position. So front knee rebends, restack shoulders above hips, reach your arms up overhead. Breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Adjust the feet. So left heel is going to come down to the ground. Right toes are going to point forwards. Your right heel is going to bisect the left inner arch. And you're going to push into the outer edge of that left foot. Arms reach to front and back. Great job. Inhale, reverse warrior. Open up through your side body. Exhale, go into your side angle. Elbow can rest onto the thigh, or you can even work all the way down to the ground and find extension through that top arm. Great. Now let's straighten the front leg. Come back up through your torso. Move into a reverse triangle position. Big side body stretch once more. And exhale, we go into triangle pose. Right arm works down, hips are gonna shift off center, left arm is going to reach up. Now, if you're gonna use a block on this one, I am in full support of that. But see what it's like to take that block to the back side of your right leg, so on the outside of the calf or the foot. There for 3. Great job, there for 2. And let's bring you back up. Now I want you to pivot off your back foot, re-square yourself towards the front in your high crescent. Take your hands to heart center and let's go into a crescent twist. Left elbow is gonna come to your right thigh. Ooh. Now elongate through your back leg. Remind yourself to breathe again. It's hard to breathe in these twists and in these back bends, so it's gonna constantly be a bit of a support there for you. Think about your thumbs working close to your sternum, that center bone where your ribs meet together. One more inhale. Exhale, let's square off to the front. Place your hands down. Your way of transitioning back. You know what you could do? You could come back up into that standing split, practice a couple more of your handstand hops, hopping back through. You can just step the right leg back, working through your ekapada. The world is your oyster. Choose your own adventure. Rocket 2 style. And we're back in our down dog. Great job. Reset with the breath in. Breath out. Nice left side leg lifts. Kamar's ready for us to do that. Open up the hip, bend into your knee. Ooh. And then we're gonna square it off. Bring the knee in towards your chest, step through, low lunge. Into your high crescent you go. Back knee is lifted, shoulders are stacked above the hips. If balance is tough for you, think about opening up the legs just a little more. Give yourself a wider base, a shorter base. It will help a lot. Breath in here with the arms above your head. Exhale, take the hands down to the ground. Lengthen out through your left leg. Get your hamstring stretch again. Toes pull towards face. Now I want you to take your left thumb. Place that thumb into your left hip crease. Push back. Breathe. Yeah. Kamar's got the block under his hand and I love that introduction there. Let's rebend into our front knee. Bring ourselves back up, high crest. Great, and then let's go into our warrior 2. Open everything up. Great. Left heel is bisecting the right inner arch. Push into the right side pinky toe. Activate the back side of your body here. Inhale, reverse warrior. Side body stretch. Nice. Exhale, side angle. Left arm down, right arm nice and high. Good. Hips, core, everything is working for you here. Now let's elongate through the front leg, reverse trikonasana, reverse triangle pose, yeah? It's a setup, it's a twap, because you're going into your trikonasana triangle pose. Hips are gonna shift here, yeah? So as the left arm works down, the right arm works up. We have a really nice hip opener here. I feel this a lot in my groin when I do it, in my hamstring, and I'm always thinking about taking that top hip and trying to wrap it back behind me. Fantastic. Breath in. Exhale is bring you back. Ooh. Now we're going to re-square up into our high crest. Hands are going to come to heart center, and you're going to go for your revolved crescent. Right elbow goes towards the left thigh. Good. Back leg is always working for as much extension as possible. You want to push the arm into the top of the thigh, the outer thigh, and then always think about thumbs, heart center, breathe. Drag that left shoulder blade down. Think of yourself like a turtle poking your little head out of your shell. There for 3. Good. There for 2. And 1. Bring yourself back to center. Hands come back down. Whichever way you traveled back last time, try to make it happen here. Maybe that was your standing split, your hops back. Maybe you just step back, move through your high to mid. Upward facing. Nice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, you have one more round here of playing with that inversion, working with your forearm stand. Hoo-hoo. Just hanging out in your child's pose. All those options are great. Great. We've got 20 more seconds to play. If you're working through your forearm stand and you're just getting up and down, maybe you're able to play more with your hollow back, more with your scorpion. You're feeling a lot more open through the shoulders. Great. 5 more seconds of play or of rest, whichever you are choosing. Last 3. Last 2. Nice job. Last 1. Let's take ourselves back into downward facing. Hips work up and back. Party time. Now we're going to work our way to the front of our mat, but I want to give you lots of options on how to get there. Last week, we did our little walk with or without blocks, doing our toe taps to the wrist, toe taps to the wrist. If you want to practice just with your handstand hops here, we're eventually going to get our way into malasana at the top, so I want to give you plenty of time to make your way through those shapes. Ooh. Good. Wherever you are, I'm going to give you, if you're doing those little handstand blocks, I want to give you like 5 or 10 more seconds to get there. And then we're going into that malas. All right. Now, once you're in that malasana position, let's get your hands towards heart center. Give yourself a little lift. Think always with these positions where we want straight spines, think about creating a back bend. So what muscles need to activate for that to happen? Open up through your hips, draw the shoulder blades together, try to open up through your chest. Oh, I know, Helly, the hops are terrible, my dear. Who would want to do those? Nice, Kamara. Nice long spine. Y'all, you've got 3 more seconds. Last 2. And we're going into a forward fold. Hands come down to the ground. Lengthen through the legs. Turn the feet to parallel and hip width distance. Great. Now, I want you to take your right peace fingers and see if you can wrap those around your big toe, just on that right hand side, because we're going to take that whole leg with us all the way up into a standing position. I gotta admit, this is my least favorite way of entering this position, okay? Let's come all the way up to standing. Take that leg with you. Oh, there we go. Now, I am much more in favor of keeping the right leg bent while you re-elongate through the left. Think about drawing the shoulder blade back, standing up nice and tall, almost like you were laying on the ground. Take a breath in. With your exhale, we're going into our standing Padangusthasana B. Take it out to the side. Nice. Maybe the open hip position gives you a little more space to work with this shape. Good. If balance is eluding you, try different things. Look at one single spot. Maybe there's a wall or a chair near you that you can hold on to. I know, it's a toughie. All right, last 3. Last 2. Let's bring that leg back to center. Hold it right there. I want you to take your torso forwards towards the leg. So fold over that right leg. I know, the left butt cheek. Oh. Good. Forwards towards that leg, forwards towards that leg. You can even take your hands, wrap them underneath the leg. Hold it, support it. Great for 3. Great for 2. And 1. Let's come back up. Release that foot. Extend the leg behind you. We're going into a Virabhadrasana 3. Kayla, yes. Single-legged balances kill the grounded foot. It's one single leg supporting your whole body weight and gripping onto the ground, so all those muscles are working. Great, you guys. Keep holding it there. Last 3. Last 2. Hands come down to the ground on 1. Standing a split. Good. You want to play with your inversions again? Play with it. Or you can just do your hop back, your step backs. We're going to get all the way back into our downward facing dog again. Yes, Kayla, it's totally normal. Yeah. I've even been weight training again after a long time of not, and my feet kill me when I start doing anything like that again. All right, guys, we have round 2 of however we're going to get to the front. How did you get to the front last time? Did you take a nice little hop float like Kumar, totally defying gravity? Woo! I know, babe, I'm sorry. I put the pressure on you. Oh, we're back in malasana. Oh my God, how is it already that time? We have so much to do. Not enough time to do it. Everybody's like, yay, less time doing this stuff. All right, babies. One more breath here. And then we're going down into our forward fold. Hands touch the ground, butt lifts, pivot. Feet back into parallel. Take your beat there. All right. Tell your left big toe, come here. Grab it up. All right. And then we're going to bring ourselves all the way up to standing. Padangusthasana of death. Yes. No, Kayla, you're not alone. We are all feeling it. Great. Now, once you got that nice, lovely extension through that left leg, let's take it out to the side. Kamar's going, so let's follow him. Padangusthasana B. Butamus, butamus, butamus. Stay with it. I'm giving pie butt taps for good luck for all of you. And let's bring the left leg back to center. Quite possibly my least favorite thing to do here. Come forwards towards your leg. Keep that fold, keep that fold. I know your feet are dying. For 5, 4, 3, maybe you underhand scooped it, 2, and 1. Bring yourself all the way back up nice and tall. Then release the foot and then work into your warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. We love it. We hate it. We don't want to do it. Last breath here. Think back bend, lift, lift, lift. And then get to choose your way out. Hands can come down. You can step back, hop back, high to mid plank. Standing split, hop back. We're meeting back in our downward facing dog. You guys, so good. Final 15 minutes. Everything from here on out is going to be down towards the earth. So you're good. You're good. You got this. Okay. Downward facing. Downward facing dog. Go there. All right. Let's walk you to the front of your mat. You can hop there, step there too if you want. We're going to come all the way up to standing. Yay, the ground. I know, Helly. So close, so close. We're going to step out into your wide-legged position. You're doing so good, Helly. All right, we're going to do our wide fold sections, then we're going to do our pyramids and our pyramid twists. So here in this position, you're stepped out nice and wide. I want you to have your hands on your hips, just like Kamar's doing. Great. Open up through your chest. Think about drawing your elbows back behind you. Big breath in. And then with your exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips. Make your way down. Try to keep the hands at your hips because we're going to do a couple rounds of this. We're going to be here for 5 breaths. Last 2. Great. Last 1. Bring yourself all the way back up. Now open up your arms out to a T shape. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Now on this one, the hands can find the ground. They can find your feet, either wrapping around the toes, the outer edges of your feet, or you can do like Kamar and walk your hands through the legs back behind you to encourage more fold. One thing that helps me a lot here, trying to get closer to the grounds, is slightly pigeon toeing my feet because it kind of allows my hips to open outwards. I just think of it like my butt cheeks are spreading. I don't know if that's a good visualization for you, but it is for me. All right, let's bring you guys back up. Now the hands are going to come behind you. You're going to go into chest expansion. Interlace fingers, press heels of the hands together. Lift chest, inhale. Exhale, fold. It's your last one. Good, 3 more breaths. Okay. After that final breath, let's bring you back up. Excellent job. Now we're going to go for a revolved triangle pose. So I want you to bring the feet in just a little bit closer. Step your left foot slightly forwards in front of the right. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, so you're kind of askew. Open up your arms. Start to turn your chest towards your right leg. And then work the left hand down by the right foot after it turns towards that new front. Great. Oh. Say hello to your IT bands. Now make sure that your back foot isn't lifting off the ground. I know all your tricks. Stick that puppy back onto the ground. If you need a little help with that hip, you can take your right thumb, push it into the hip crease. If you're looking for a challenge, place your left hand on the outside of your right foot. And if you're looking for even more of a challenge from there, close your right eye and look up at your hand with your left eyeball. Good, there for 3. Yes, breathe. 2. It's a little scary to get back up here, but let's do it. Bring yourself up. Woo! And let's adjust ourselves kind of back how we started, and we'll do the other side. So now the right foot goes a little forward. Left foot is going to start to turn towards your new front. Arms open up. Body turns towards the left leg. And we're going right hand down by the left foot. Nice. Revolved triangle. Now again, remind your back foot, stay on the ground. Right hand can stay there on blocks, or if you're like, I'm crazy today, I want to put it on the outside of my left foot. Do that. If you tried the eye trick, this time left eye will close. Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Rest in peace. And your right eyeball is going to try to look up. 3 breaths. Nice job. Let's bring you back up. Oh my God. Oh, amazing. And then we're going to take your back foot. We'll step you to the front. Arms reach up. Breath in. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Great job. Halfway lift. Hooray, chaturanga. Step hop your way back. Downward facing dog. Okay, friends. Remember last week we introduced your jump throughs. Jump throughs don't have to be a part of your practice yet, but they are very integral to Ashtanga and then in part to your rocket practice. Now we're going to try to go from your down dog all the way through to seating, okay? So you want to hop and try to get the legs through the arms. It can take a couple tries. I'm always good with trying a couple times. Yeah. You can go through your tuck. Yeah. Kamar, that was so good.
That counts.
It totally counts. The foot drag always counts. All right, we're going into Janu Shirshasana. Remember this guy? Bend into your right knee. Bring the sole of your foot to the inner thigh. Lift yourself up nice and tall, and then move forwards over your left foot. Janu Shirshasana. 3 breaths. Hooray, Helly, we're on the ground. All right, let's bring you back up. Going into Janu Shirshasana B. Everything pretty much stays the same. You're just going to lift up, so we're still on the same side. We haven't switched sides yet.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
You're fine, my love. You're going to sit your cute little butt up onto your heel. So the heel is aiming between the anus and your sex organs. Foot is pretty squashed under there, but that's the point. We're folding back over the left leg. 3 breaths. All right, nice job. Let's bring you back up. We'll get you up off your heel. You have one of 2 options. Going straight over to the other side, Or we go through another round of jump through. So once that right leg extends back, you can curl both of your feet under you, go back through, all the way through to down dog, hop through, take it down, going into Janu other side, yeah? All right. So Janu A, we're going left foot to right inner thigh. Same thing, lifting yourself up, folding forwards over the right leg. 3 breaths. You guys are doing so good. Hang on, microphone battery, 9 more minutes. All right. Let's bring you back up. Going into our Janu Shirshasana B. Up you go onto your little heel. You know where to aim. This is going to be great prep for our Supta Virasana, our reclining hero's pose. Three breaths. And let's bring you back up. I know I want to stay there forever too. Left foot back forward. Woohoo. Now we are going to go through that jump through again. So cross your legs, try to roll over. You can go through your chaturanga again, all the way back to your down dog. I know. Ooh. Facing, downward facing. All right, let's try that jump through. Hi. Yes. Nice. So good. All right, go for your forward fold here. We're doing 2 breaths, so we're only here for a short amount of time. Great. And then we're going to bring ourselves back up and we're going into our reverse plank. So I want you to take your hands next to your side body. You know what I want to do first, actually? Let's do our Dandasana. So take your hands right next to your hips. No worries, Julia, you did so good. I want you to flex into your quadriceps. Even feel like your heels are floating off the ground. Draw the navel in. Push, push, push into the ground. 3, 2, nice job. Relax, point the feet, walk the hands back a little bit if you like. Now go into your reverse plank. Push, lift. I know it's major for the shoulders. There for 3, keep lifting those hips. Last 2. Nice work, and 1. Lower your hips, cross your shin bones, move onto all fours, tabletop. We're going to go into our Supta Virasana. Okay, so with hero's pose, we want to try to work the knees together or to hip width distance and sit between your feet. If sitting between your heels is a no-go for you, try it with a block or a bolster underneath your butt. Great. Now, if you've got the block or bolster under you, you lean back a little bit, you feel it good. That's going to be your maximum. But if you're going deeper, friends, start to walk yourself back, maybe onto your hands, onto your forearms. And always think about lengthening the tailbone under you and creating a posterior tilt. Great. If you make it all the way down onto your shoulders, you're going to be in a back bend, and you can grab for opposing elbows. Yeah. Sometimes the knees say no. We're here for 3. Great. We're here for 2. And 1. Bring yourself all the way back up. Our counter shape for this will be a down dog. Get your legs straight. Get some blood flow back into them. Here it is, the last transition before we get down onto our back. Do you want that last jump through? I bet you do. I know you feel like, what? One more, Tracy? Isn't that enough suffering? You got it. Hoi.
No.
Nope. Down onto your butts, my loves, onto your back. Great. And I'm going to give you two options here. Letting your final shape be a bridge pose, so hips lifting, maybe chest expansion. Or you can take that bridge into your wheel. That's going to be our final shape for today. Back bends. So again, bridge first always. Hippie hippies, lifty lifties, chest expandies. Nice. This can be great. You can even do that with a block underneath you and let it be really restorative. Or your final push, wheel position, hands come above the shoulders, push, elevate through. Nice. Your end time is up to you. It's not up to me, okay? Great. And then choose your counter position for that. That can look like hugging your knees in, rocking side to side, taking a little twist. But after this, we settle into our final shape, Savasana. Great, you still got time, like 15, 20 seconds to do your counter shapes. I even really like to do my shoulder stands and my plow positions after back bends, but if that's too much for you, sticking to twists, all good. Great. Final position here. Try to shimmy your shoulders a little bit deeper underneath you. And just let your breath guide you. Let your next breath get a little bit deeper. Notice if you want to rock your head side to side, wiggle out through your limbs, your fingers, your wrists, your toes, your ankles. And perhaps rocking your head to side, from side to side makes you favor turning your head to one direction. Follow that direction. Bring yourself up to a seat. Yes, thank you, Samantha, aka Velvet. In that seated position, take a moment to acknowledge yourself, your space, perhaps anybody practicing around you. Know that I am honored to be your teacher today. Friends, thank you so, so, so much for letting me guide you. Thank you, Kumar, for practicing. It's always so special to be able to teach you. I love you. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you so much. Woo. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Hallie. Yes, Jello legs. It comes with the territory. Nice, Lacey. Yes. Such a fun practice, right? Very challenging, yet very fun. Let me think about, let's see, what is our schedule this week? We'll have, before you guys have to hop off, we'll have our beginners class on Thursday, and we'll be doing bar Friday. Yes, thank you, Kayla. Hope your feet feel better. It's always nice. They always like chill out once you're done doing all the single-legged balancing. You guys did so good. So we're going to do Rocket 2 again next week, and then our, let me look at my calendar. Yeah, it'll be another Rocket 2, and then on the 30th we'll do Rocket 3. And it'll be a bit of a longer one. It might go like 75 minutes. So we're building up. You guys are doing so good. And I'm always here for questions, like always here if there's certain things that feel confusing or if you want a little more clarity on, like this is always my favorite part about doing this. Yay, Jessica, you want some more? That reminds me of that TikTok sound. It's this little girl, and they're like, what do you want to be? And she's like, I want to be a marshmallow. I just want to wobble around. Yeah, it's always good to feel like a marshmallow. And I mentioned this last week, but if you're on my YouTube channel, right underneath this, there is a way that you can send your gratitude, send your thanks. I know Jessica gave me a super thanks last week. Thank you again so much. It's kind of like a way to say thank you for, if you feel like you can contribute. This is always my free class for the public, so I am never asking for donations as a mandatory thing. I want this to remain accessible for everybody, but I'm always, always so appreciative, whether you're supporting my Patreon or if you're sending me the super thanks that are enabled now underneath my live streams and videos. It is so appreciated. Thank you so much for doing that. Yes, with joy. Thank you. Yeah, so that's always a way to help me continue doing what I'm doing and continue doing these streams. I want to keep doing these forever and ever for all of you. Also, don't forget to drink your water today. Drink lots and lots of water today. And fuel yourself. Rest. Read. Go out in the garden. That's what I've been doing. Kamar and I are planning a vegetable garden, and we are so excited. We're clearing out this, I don't even know what they're called. It's kind of a pretty bush. It's like a little variegated shrub plant that we have in this raised bed in our house. But we're clearing it out as we speak, and I'm so excited to plant so that we can use this upcoming rainy season to make a little garden time. So that's bringing me a lot of joy right now, even though the world's a very tough, scary place. So I hope you guys do some things that bring you some joy, that enrich yourself, enrich your soul and your family and those around you. Thank you again. I'm going to close off the stream. I've got some privates that I'm going to get ready for, and my partner's going to head off to work, so I want to go smooch his face. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you Thursday. See ya.